Austin Democrats, this was more than finding out who their candidate would be. This was about exciting their party.
After over 30 years of baking together, George and Nita have baking and love down to a pack. And take it from me, the only thing sweeter than their story are their cookies. For Bobcat Update, I'm Salinas. A woman being charged with kidnapping her daughter 12 years ago is being held in the Travis County Jail. Darren Marie Lawrence allegedly violated a court-ordered custody agreement and disappeared with her daughter after a scheduled weekend visit.
George and Anita Sanders met in 1966 when the two were just teenagers. When they weren't busy baking delicious cakes and cookies for the university, the two were busy falling in love.
And I was just 15 years old, and George was 17 years old. And that's how long we've been married as well. So we're very happy here, and we enjoy what we do, and we have a lot of pride in what we do.
The Sanders now run the Bobcat Bakery side by side. Their workday begins at 5 in the evening when most people are returning home to their families. The Sanders make sure everything is fresh and made with care.
They feel like they're made from home, you know what I mean? Like my mom just took these out of the oven, so they're pretty delicious.
And they're soft and chewy.
The Bobcat Bakery uses over 250 pounds of flour a day just to be able to provide the campus with enough tortillas. Aside from massive amounts of tortillas, the bakery also provides cakes, brownies, cookies, and pies to distribute throughout campus.
After over 30 years of baking together, George and Nita have baking and love down to a pack. And take it from me, the only thing sweeter than their story are their cookies. For Bobcat Update, I'm Salinas.
There was a big matchup in District 26 4A tonight, with Crockett coming in 1-1 and LBJ entering the game 2-0. Then early in the first quarter, Crockett's Zach Ochoa connects with Trayvon Lewis 25 yards for the first touchdown of the night, leading the game 7-0. Next up, LBJ Jaguars bite back with Jared Reed Washington running in a 39-yard touchdown, making the score 7-7. Later in the first, Ochoa completes his second big play of the night to Trayvon Lewis, Crockett ahead 14-7. LBJ is forced to punt, but the punter struggles with the snap, resulting in an unofficial 8-yard kick, which is returned to the 5-yard line by DJ Wilhite. 3 plays later, Ochoa does it again with a 2-yard touchdown pass to Nico Tamez, making the score 21-7. The Jaguars go ahead and score one more time, with the score at the half being 21-14. Crockett Cougars win the game 28-14 over the LBJ Jaguars.
Shortly after the release of the iPhone 6, more new gadgets may be coming from Apple just in time for the holiday season. The company announced they will be hosting an event scheduled a week from today in Cupertino, California. Apple sent invitations to the media saying it's been way too long. Speculation is centered on the release of a new and possibly bigger iPad with a much larger screen. Along with the new iPads, tech analysts have suggested that Apple may unveil a new line of Mac computers. Apple is not commenting on what's planned. AT&T customers may be in for a refund. Federal and state regulators announced yesterday the wireless phone company has recently agreed to pay $105 million for hiding charges from its customers. Unauthorized charges for things like trivia, horoscopes, and love tips showed up on customers' monthly bills. AT&T is being accused of keeping a percentage of the fees being charged, as well as preventing customers from securing a full refund. About 500 Army engineers from Fort Hood are being deployed to Liberia to set up field hospitals for Ebola patients. Today, Governor Perry visited the engineers to show support for their efforts. The engineers will build 17 hospitals, some of them in very remote locations of the country. Perry said the engineers face risks going to a place where the Ebola virus has killed thousands of people. However, the commanding officer of the Fort Hood Engineers said his troops will not be in close contact with Ebola patients.